Hello, I'm Mike Dicely. We're here to demonstrate the K1 suit measuring. And we have Kevin Naus from Kevin Naus Designs, who sells a ton of K1 race suits. And he is the one that designed and makes our HyperRacing K1 suit for us. Does an excellent job. Been a great success. Brian Carver is the model today. So Kevin's going to show you how to measure.
Okay, a couple things you need to do before you measure for a custom suit. The first thing is you need to go to HyperRacing.com or to K1RaceGear.com and download the measurement form. Second thing you'll need is a soft cloth tape measure. This is the only thing I would recommend using whenever you measure a driver. The third thing you'll need obviously is something to write with, and you'll need someone to measure you. Never measure for a suit by yourself. And the last thing is make sure that you're wearing snug clothing. It doesn't have to be skin tight, like Brian has on fairly form-fitting jeans and a t-shirt, and that is fine. But you definitely don't want to wear loose clothing when you measure for a suit. Okay, the first measurement we're going to do is measurement A, and this would be the neck circumference. So you just want to wrap the tape measure around the neck, make it snug but not tight. You want to round up to the nearest quarter inch and ask the driver if that's comfortable. His measurement is 15 inches. The next measurement we're going to do is measurements B and C at the same time. So give your driver the tape measure, have them hold it right where all their seams come together on their blue jeans or on their pants. And we're going to measure up to the top of the belt, right at the top of your pants. That's going to be measurement B. That's your front rise. Brian's is 10.5. And then you're going to keep your finger there, run the tape measure up, and measure right to the base of the neck. And that measurement would be 28 3/4. That's measurement C. The next measurement would be measurement D, which is the back length. So you will hand the tape measure to your driver between his legs. He'll hold it on his seam right between his legs, and you're going to pull this one snug. You're going to measure all the way up to the base of the neck. And on Brian, this would be 33 3/4. The next measurement will be letter E, which is the looped torso. So for this one, you're going to have your driver hold it right here at the base of your neck. And you're going to go around between their legs. You want to pull it snug. And again, go to the base of the neck. So the looped torso length on Brian is 62.5. The next measurement will be letter F, and this is the chest circumference. So you have your driver put his arms up in the air. You want to wrap the tape measure around him. Go ahead and put your arms down. You want to measure right across the chest, and whenever you get it snug, ask them to take a deep breath. Let the tape measure expand, and right there, Brian's is 39 1/4. The next measurement we're going to do is letter G, and this would be the stomach circumference. So you wrap the tape measure around right across where their belly button is. Make sure that you're not sucking your belly in for this measurement. Right there, Brian's is 33 inches. The next measurement we're going to do is the waist, which is letter H on your measurement sheet. So again, you wrap the tape measure around the driver, you find where their belt line is, and you wrap it right around on their belt line. This one here you want to pull fairly snug if they have blue jeans on. And for Brian, it's 34 inches. The next measurement is letter I, and this would be the hip circumference. So you're going to have the driver put his feet together. You're going to wrap the tape measure around at the widest point of his hips. Again, you're going to pull it fairly snug, not tight, just snug. And you can see that this one is 38 inches. The next measurement we're going to do is letter J, and this will be the outseam. So we're going to start the tape measure right at the top of his pant line, basically where you measure the waist circumference. You're going to measure right down the outside of his leg, and you want to feel where the bottom of the ankle bone is. You're going to measure right to that point, and on Brian, that would be 36.5. The next measurement we'll do is letter K, and this will be the driver's inseam. So you're going to hand the tape measure to the driver. He's going to hold it in his fingers like this. He's going to hold it on the center seam of his pants, up snug against him. This is an important measurement so your crotch isn't baggy in your suit. You're going to measure down the inside of his leg, again, to the bottom of the ankle bone, which is right here. You're going to measure down. The measurement on Brian would be 29 1/4. Okay. The next measurement we're going to take is letters L and M, the upper thigh and the calf. So you're going to have your driver get down on one knee. And the first thing we're going to measure is L, which is the upper thigh. You're going to put that up as close to the crotch as you can get it and roll it around his leg. This one here can be slightly relaxed. It doesn't have to be super snug. Brian's measurement is 22. Then we're going to move on to the calf. And it's important to have your driver down on one knee when we do this. Again, you're going to wrap it around the widest part of the calf. And again, this one can be a little bit relaxed. Brian's calf, rounding up to the nearest quarter, is 15 3/4. The next measurement we're going to do is letter N, which is shoulder tip to shoulder tip. So, if you reach and you feel the edge of the shoulder blades on both sides, you're going to measure the point between that. What I do is, I go like this, put my finger against the shoulder blade, bring it across, take this finger, put it against the shoulder blade, and measure the distance between. Brian's is 19 1/2. The next measurement is letter O, and this is shoulder tip to wrist. So again, you're going to start right here on the edge of the shoulder blade. You can feel right there where it is. Start the tape measure there. Have your driver just have his arms in a relaxed position. Run it down to the bottom of his wrist bone. For Brian, this will be 24 inches. The last two measurements we're going to do are letters P and Q, and we're going to do them together. Have your driver make a muscle just like that. And we're going to do letter P first, which is the bicep. Wrap it around the largest part of their bicep. Take it out to the nearest quarter inch. And for Brian, this will be 13 inches. Now we're going to move on to Q. So in the same position, you can measure around the largest part of the forearm. Again, Brian's is very close to 11 1/2. So we're going to open that up to 11 3/4. These two measurements, you want to be a little bit relaxed so your arms aren't super tight on your suit. And that concludes the measurement video for a K1 Race Gear custom suit. Be sure when you're watching the video to follow all the instructions very carefully, and if you have any questions, please call HyperRacing, K1 Race Gear, or Kevin Naus Designs, and someone will be happy to help you. Thank you for watching.